No honor to the apostles and elders, honor to occupations, truth out, and sincerity. So we're just gonna go and do what we normally do week in and week out. Just prophesy downfall of America, right? And the prophets of the old time, they prophesied against some kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. And this kingdom under Esau's rule, America, is an empire of war, evil, and pestilence, all right?
It's Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
All right, so the prophets of the ancient world, all the way up until now, prophesied against the kingdoms and those that was ruling those kingdoms, okay? So what will be happening now at the end of Esau's reign? The prophets are going to be prophesying, and this is a kingdom that outdid all the other kingdoms of evil, okay, or wickedness. A so-called white man ruling with this vehicle, with this country, and the other countries of the world, but mainly here, has surpassed all the wickedness of the other kingdoms, okay? And this is a kingdom of war, evil, and of pestilence. America, the elites, by using America and its military might, has went around policing the world and causing death and destruction and robbery, pillaging, okay? Pestilence. This country has policed the world with disease and pestilence and vaccines. And I can say vaccines because I'm not saying which vaccine, all right? So we all know vaccines were used in the past, all right? And what did those vaccines in the past do? They decreased the population, all right?
It says of war and of evil and of pestilence.
All right, and what we're doing right now, we're prophesying, all right, against Babylon the Great, the so-called white man, the heathen nations that's in league with them, and 2/3 of our people. And we letting them know the Lord is about to return. The Lord, who's the Lord? Yahweh, under orders of God, which is Yahweh the Most High.
That's right.
To what? Destroy 2/3 the heathen nations, mainly here in America, Israel, and 2/3 of our people, which is so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right?
I got a piece of it.
Okay.
Oh, this is Isaiah 13, and I'm going to start at...
All right, take your time. All right, so that's what we're doing right now. We're prophesying. Because days are speeding up. All right, one year seems like 4 months. All right, 1 month seems like 2 weeks. 1 week seems like a couple days. And a day seems like a couple hours. Because the Lord is speeding things up for the elect's sake. Okay? Because if he didn't, the elect, no flesh would be saved, and the earth wouldn't. And the scripture said the earth abideth for me to live forever, right?
This is Isaiah 13:1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
What's our banner? The scriptures, all right? The Bible. And being that we're using a unicorn and we're in the digital age, the scriptures was right here on this unicorn right here. Okay? So this is a banner. All right? And the high mountain, who's at the high mountain? America, the elites. All right? We're prophesying against the high mountain, which is treason in this world.
It says, exalt the voice unto them.
And we exalting our voice. All right? Speaking boldness. Why are we speaking boldness? Because this is the Lord's word. Okay? So the Lord's word and what it trumps Esau's rule and laws, all right?
Right.
It outweighs it.
Yeah.
It says, shake the hand that they may go to the gates of the noble.
We're shaking their power structure, and they're going to go in the gates of the noble to get us off the street, all right? That's going to be the famine of the word. When nothing's going to go up on the airways and the prophets are not going to be out in the highways and byways. And those doors of mercy shut.
Verse 3, I have commanded my sanctified ones and have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
That's right. The sanctified ones is elect.
It says, even them that rejoice in my highness.
That's right. And that's right. So what we're doing right now, the Lord have us going out here to bring out the truth. Okay? And it's not our word, it's the Lord's word. And that's why it's going out.
It says, verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
All right, yeah, the Lord is going to muster the host of the battle, the army to the battle. Okay, what's that battle going to be? The Third World War, to end all wars. Okay? And the Lord is going to interrupt that battle. And they're going to stop battling amongst each other to try or attempt to fight the Lord, which is going to be a slaughter match. All right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Slaughter
and the
fest.
Lord's going to make an example to show his might. It's the whole world. Because the Lord is going to lay down Esau's defenses, his army. Okay?
Canaan.
The Lord going to lay down Esau's army. Esau going to, when I'm saying Esau, I'm talking about the least of Esau. They're going to see their whole power structure defeated.
Yeah.
In an instant. While they're in hiding, while they are in hiding. And the world is going to see it.
I was going to say that the Lord said that basically Esau, which is saying the physical counterpart is going to go down as lightning.
Yeah, he's full of lightning. Lightning is swift. By the time you see the flash, it's already not happened already.
Right.
Okay? So that's how quick Esau going to fall out of his power. He's going to be destroyed instantly. What is it? Second Ezra 13? The Lord returns on the mountain.
Right.
Okay? So that's what's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. Brothers have seen visions. All right? And we don't even have to see visions. We believe in it. We have faith in the scriptures.
Right.
But that's just, I guess, more confirmation. And that's only confirmation to those that already believe already.
Right.
So it's just showing us, but we already believe it already. You know?
So 2 Ezra 13, I'm going to start at the top. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night.
And this is Ezra's. We're going to get the Lord, give him a vision.
It says, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of
and
heaven.
the sea and the waves. The Lord is going to come from the third heaven, from the fourth dimension, and with the world called ships. Okay? Into the atmosphere.
It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong.
Who's that man? Yahweh Shah. He is the deliverer for who? The nation of Israel, starting with the elect.
It says, with the thousands of heaven.
With the thousand, what is the thousand of heavens? Who is the thousand of heaven? Those are the angels, the host, the army, the Lord's army. Because the Lord is a man of war. A man of war has an army.
It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Yeah, everything trembled that was seen under him. People going to be instantly dropped dead when they see the sight of the Lord. And also, the Lord is not going to be pressing no buttons or waving a hand. So whatever the Lord think, that's what those lasers going to devour his enemies.
That's right.
And those lasers are going to be people in the powder. The same, like worse or the same temperature of the nuclear missiles. The concentrated lasers are going to be at the same temperature or even worse. All right, yeah. So it's gonna be that concentrated fire that the Lord has coming forth from the chariots. All right, to devour Esau's army, 2/3 of our people and the heathens. Because it's not going to be only the army the Lord going to be shooting the lasers on, but those are the main targets. The army, right?
Verse 4, 2 Ezra 13 and 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
All they burned, I heard his voice. Now that's how the Lord is going to plead with flesh. The Lord isn't going to speak, but he's speaking with destruction. He came humble 2,000 years ago, 2,000 plus, 2 days ago. He was humble. He didn't come in a man of war. But now he's coming a man of laws. That's how the Lord going to plead with all flesh. Yeah, the Lord is not like he's going to speak, but that's showing he's going to speak. That's how he's going to talk.
So Isaiah 66. Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh Shai will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
With fire in the chariots like a whirlwind. So the Lord going to shoot concentrated fire here. All right, when he's on the chariots and the multiple chariots that's around him, which is the angels, and he's going to have his spirit on them intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, so they will hit their targets.
It says to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So that's how he's going to send rebuke and fury with fire, and that fire is only going to destroy 2/3 the heathen nations, their armies. And also, it's going to cleanse this place too, man. Because this place is polluted with the blood of the saints. With the blood of the Israelites. And it can only be cleansed by the shedding of blood. And this place is going to be a graveyard, man. A desert and also a graveyard, man. It's going to be an example for the world, right? And one thing, Lord is fully established on the earth. Right. Because this place, that's it, the Lord's kingdom is going to be set up right after that.
Verse 16, it says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right? So, there's going to be many slain. He's taking out a whole continent. An hour. This is going to be many. It's going to be a large amount. Who's ever here, whichever people are here, you got people that's going to die here that was like they were not inhabited, like this wasn't their land where he was living, but they was visiting, but that was their justice to come over here. It was already sanctioned, so they came over here to meet their allotted end. Okay?
Back in 2 Ezra 13, and before again, whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
All they burned that heard his voice. All right, those that was to be sanctioned to be destroyed by those missiles. All right, I mean those missiles and that concentrated fire. But this talking about the concentrated fire. Wherever, all right. So they just vaporize. It's beat to powder, man. Cooked instantly.
It says, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire.
Like the earth faileth that filleth the fire. Now, every molecule, every piece of a person's body is burnt at the same time at that extreme temperature. Okay?
All the elements are burn with further heat.
All the elements burn, they're gonna be at the same temperature, man. Air, everything. The heaven's gonna be rolled together like a scroll, those mushroom clouds.
Verse 5, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
So all the armies, NATO, the EU, and all the armies of the world, from all over the world, gathered together to fight the Lord. And the Lord put it in their spirit to fight, so he could show his might.
That's right.
It's at those four corners, right?
Yes.
North, east, what? North, east, west, and south?
Yeah.
All right? Okay, so they all the armies of the world, all the air forces.
Yeah.
You get me? Because look, you know why? It spells their end.
Right.
And then they know who the Lord is when they see it. They're like, yo, you know, in a way they scared, but then the Lord put it in their spirit to fight.
There's fight.
Yeah, and you know, because it's game over for them. They already know what time it is.
And then, you know, Uh, you know, not only the elites know, but you know the people know based off the movies. They put it in all their movies. You know, they put that these aliens are coming, something from another galaxy, universe, or out of this world is coming to conquer the planet Earth. Like put Earth in subjection or destroy it. They put it in all their movies. And they believe that shit. They see it and they believe it because they know it to be true. And what proves that they know, because going back to Reagan, when he gave his speech, Bill Clinton said it on the Jimmy Kimmel show. Mind you, they deleted that shit because I was looking for it recently, and they deleted that clip off of YouTube. But somebody jotted it down, like did an article on it. But they both said it publicly. What if one day something from out of this planet comes and we have to stop fighting each other and all come together to fight that common threat? Why would they say that? Unless they knew that the Lord was going to come back and everything that's written in the scriptures they was going to do, which is put the nations into slavery. The scriptures say that every knee shall bow. Why? Because Yahweh Shai is a king. The king ain't coming to join hand in hand. He's coming to rule. He ain't coming to, oh, let's negotiate. Let's have peace treaties. No, it's the Lord's way or the high, or put to death. Not even the highway. It's the Lord's way or out of darkness. The abyss. You know? So like the brother said, this is endgame. And we ain't talking about the Avengers. Alright? When Yahweh Shai returns and he come with the angels, the Lord of hosts, and he give us those perfect bodies, and we becoming them sharp threshing instruments, it's a wrap for your rulership. It's a wrap for your wickedness. It's a wrap for do as thou will and idol worship and adultery and everything else that you upheld in this world. It's a wrap. And righteousness will be established on the planet Earth again, whether you like it or not.
You know, it's a weak analogy, but you know when you're a child, and you know when an adults and authority is not around, you got a little window.
Yeah,
Freedom
go
to do
buck
what the
wild.
hell you want to go buck wild.
Right.
But you know, you don't know when, but you know.
Now you always looking.
The adults are coming, so you know, and then you know that's gonna be the end of your playtime and your freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a good analogy.
That's what these
Heathens.
These heathens.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're gonna do. And then when those that don't know see how the Lord looks,
Oh man,
they're gonna be like, oh,
it's a
oh,
nigga.
What do we do? Oh God, what do we do? Even if they don't believe in God, we done messed up.
It's a nigga coming from the skies.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, they
It's
go.
crazy if the Lord. I'm not saying this. What if they start remembering certain past lives and what they've done?
Hey,
The Lord could do that.
the Lord can do that.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
But
a speculation.
yeah, but
We speak as a man.
Even the elected gonna be scared. Like, come on,
Yeah,
the Lord.
it's the Lord here.
So, you know, like, come on. All right,
I got a quick
all
precept.
right, you got it.
Yeah, the Lord's here. It is going to be scary.
Yeah.
But we know the truth that, you know, it got to get bad or the destruction has to happen for us to get into the kingdom.
Yeah.
So, you know, we just hope to be on the right side of things, man. This is Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 18, verse 7. So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and the destruction of the enemies.
Salvation of the righteous. That's the elected of the nation of Israel and the destruction of the enemies. Who are the enemies? First and foremost, so-called white man, the elites. These heathen nations, and 2/3 of our people are enemies right now because they're enemy to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai first and foremost, then to the word and us, you know? Whether directly or indirectly, you know, because a lot of them are for the continuation of this kingdom.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Whether they know it or not. You get me? Because some people table are made a snare. I mean, or they not They're not getting it on this side, you know? Some people want this place to continue. Even if we still just remain where we at. They like, yo, we just gotta do the best we can here. That's how a lot of them think, well, we can't, but we can just have a little piece of the crumbs for ourselves. You know what I mean? Some of them think like that. But I ain't keep jabbering.
Nah, you good. So of thy people was accepted, both the salvation of the righteous and the destruction of our enemies. And it happened in Egypt. It's going to happen again today. Like the brother was saying, the chariots, they not only going to come just save our people, they're going to be destroying the wicked as well. It's a 2-for-1 deal. 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 birds, 1 ship. You know?
Like, look, you'll have enemies. You'll have enemies with each other, but for a common cause, they would just link with each other to try to get at the bigger threat.
Yeah.
And that's what these nations, the least of them, they know Yahushua is coming back.
Hell yeah.
They know this.
Yeah.
But they like, yo, they still want to be at the top spot on this kingdom, but they also know the big threat. Yahushua is coming.
Yeah, but
So
the Lord is
prepping for that.
The Lord is hardening their hearts. You know, just like Pharaoh's gonna let Israel go.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, yo, take that, leave, get out of here. As long as these plagues stop. But what did the Lord do? He hardened his heart.
Yeah.
Cause you the bad guy, huh? You the big Don Dada, right? The world fears you. Well, I'm gonna show the world is something even bigger and badder than you. So he's hardening the elite's heart. You know, they try to, you know, disrupt prophecies and send out spies and false prophets, and they did everything in their power to try to interrupt, you know, to fulfill their new world order and interrupt prophecy, get their birthright back. But the Lord is the master puppeteer. They think they the puppet masters, but the Lord is puppet mastering them. So it says, exactly. It says, for the righteous children, verse 8, for wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us, whom thou hast called.
Right. So the elect gonna be glorified after Yahushua. After Yahushua do what he has to do.
Right.
Then he's gonna put crowns on the governing body of the nation of Israel.
Right.
Okay. And the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Lord is a man of war. In the battle, when the battle starts first, they say in the mind. But the Lord is ruling in the mind of the people.
Mm.
He controls. The Lord, Yahweh wouldn't be Yahweh, Yahushua wouldn't be Yahushua. But the Lord knows everything.
Right.
The Lord wouldn't be the Lord without knowing everything. So there's no gray area and none of that. Nothing's left to chance and all of this. Nah. You know? If that you know how chaotic everything would be? I'm not forgive me what I'm saying. If that were the case, I know it's not. You know? Come on, man.
This is Proverbs.
Yeah, so the Lord controls the ruler in the kingdom of men.
Mm-hmm.
He sets up who's gonna be in rulership, who's gonna fall, who's gonna go into captivity, who's gonna be the victor in these things, all right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
So the Lord conducts the paths of the water, the current, whatever people want to call, all right, the river banks. So does he. It directs the king's mind.
Yeah.
And the king is subject to the higher power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right.
Okay. That's it. So we not envious of what Esau has and what we already know it's the Lord that put him in this position.
Right.
So we're not going against the current or the tide.
Right.
We moving along with the flow.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right, we move, and we're not envious of what he had. We know his rulership is
Temporary.
It's temporary, all right?
Yeah. And it decays.
Yeah, it decays, and it's not really that fun because his shit is limitless. If you, let's say for instance,
Limited.
limited. I mean, yeah, I meant to say limited. I said limitless. Limited. Let's say the Lord blessed us with the equal amount of money as Elon Musk.
Right.
This shit gonna eventually get boring to us because we have everything, we have all the women we want. That shit gonna get boring.
For one, it's
It's
FRNs.
yeah, and it's
That's imaginary money.
Yeah.
It's not even gold or
Yeah.
silver. Real riches is resources.
You're gonna have who? Then you're gonna have family members that envy you. No matter what you give them, it's not gonna be good enough because they're gonna want your spot.
Yeah.
You got niggas wanting to get at you to kill you,
Rob you, kill you.
and just kill you so you don't have it no more. You got demons out there like that.
Yeah.
But in the Lord's kingdom, we straight. We're not be looking over our heads, moving like the president,
Exactly.
protecting what we have. Yo, that
Have
shit is-
security.
You see how, even though we got the lowest, I don't mean to keep talking, even though we don't got so-called money, but if we want to go to the ball, look at the damn water in peace, we can't.
No. Got a
These are
crackhead.
celebrities, they gotta have the security, they gotta have people following their car so they don't get ambushed in a shootout. Yo, it's not really, when you look at it, that's
not
good
living.
life, man.
That's not living.
That's not good. Yo, sometimes you just, even though you chill with the brothers, but you like, yo, you want to be on your own, and you just chill. You might go look at the water, just relax in the park.
Yeah.
You can't do, they can't do that.
No.
These celebrities and people that got money and notice, they can't do that.
No.
All right? All right.
This is Proverbs 16:1. The preparation of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord.
Yeah, everything, preparation, how you go about your day, you didn't actually plan it. The Lord programmed you and what you want to do. All right?
Yeah.
And Esau always tries to be like the Most High because he knows this with his psychology and things.
Right.
The unconscious mind, the subconscious.
Right.
We use Freud and Milton Erickson and all of them. I know
Right.
some of them hypnotists. You know, actually, the Milton Erickson and all of them, how they could put somebody in a trance, an abduction, where they could just temporarily put them to sleep.
Yeah.
With those suggestions, they get that from the Lord. All
Yeah.
of that thing they come up with, they got left-hand knowledge.
Yeah.
The Lord sent the demons after them, gave them a little bit of wisdom. How you gonna do it on a carnal level?
Yeah.
The Lord does it on a spiritual level,
Right.
but He given the power to do it on a carnal
Yeah.
level, on the left-hand side. All right.
Nah, that's right. Here we goes. But the boil down to it, there's no such thing as free will.
Yeah.
And even down to all the left-hand side Esau do, these are the hands of the Most High. He's the puppet master. Proverbs 16:4, the Lord hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
So the Lord made all things for Himself, even the wicked for the day of evil, bad times. So the Lord made everything, His will, and you don't have free will. So what a person's going to do, their thoughts, everything is of the Lord. Everything. So everything. All right. And then He also created righteousness and wickedness because it's a balance. All right. Everything is in a balance. Your body is and it got to be in a balance because if the scale is tipped a little bit, then you be fucked up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This is Romans 9:17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up.
So the Lord raised up Pharaoh, why? To show His might. The Most High raised up Pharaoh to show His might. To show, I'm gonna make him so strong. When you look at these videos, you see how they show how Egypt looked. They said them pyramids was white. They try to give an imagery of how beautiful that Egypt was, the ancient Egypt. This is modern day Egypt spiritually. But the Lord lifted him up to show, made him powerful, made Pharaoh powerful, just to bring him down to show His might. All right?
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
So to show, So Yahweh showed his power, all right? The modern day Pharaoh is his elites. Okay? And we are in modern Egypt. Don't you got that Egyptian obelisk in Central Park that's behind the Met Museum?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we do shows over there.
Right.
Okay? So, and then, all right, this is modern Egypt. Look at the obelisk. Look at these look at all of this stuff. Look at Lower Manhattan. You got you got buildings with pyramids on the top of them. Okay, this is modern, the money system.
Yeah.
Oh, see, look at that.
Why is that on the back of your money? What does this have to do with money? You know, that's the $1 million question. What does this pyramid with the old Sinai with Greek, Anuit Coeptus? That's Greek. What does that got to do with English, America, or money?
Yeah.
Nothing. This is straight witchcraft. This is straight idolatry. And this proves that this is spiritual Egypt.
Yeah. And see, that shows the spiritual Egypt. And all the tribes was enslaved in ancient Egypt.
Right.
And all of them were enslaved here too.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
It still is.
Still is.
All right. How you gonna tell the tribes they can't come? They're illegal. What the fuck? Who gives us the so-called white man to tell someone they're illegal? They're
Right.
illegal. Because he got the fatness and control of the earth.
Right.
So he dictates what's what.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
And it was declared then, and it's going to be declared now.
That's
when
right.
this Egypt is wiped off the face of the back.
That's right.
Man, I mean, it's going to be a nice looking desert. You know what I mean? It ain't going to look like no trash can. It's going to be a beautiful desert.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Lord ain't going to have this place just looking like some septic tank. You know what I mean? It
that's
looks
right.
like that now. But it's going to be a nice looking desert, man.
Yes.
But it's just going to be for the desert creatures.
Yes, that's
it's
a
going to be their
beautiful,
home.
beautiful point, brother.
You know?
This place looks like shit now,
It does.
but when the Lord gets through with it, it's going to be a work of art. What's that guy with the afro? I used to come on Channel 13. It's in
Oh,
the-
Bob, what's his name? The
Bill
painter.
something.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Bill something or Bob something?
Bob something, whatever
I
his
forget
name.
his name, I know.
Yep, it's gonna be a beautiful painting that the Most High is gonna do with this
Like,
place.
oh, yes, this is nice. Let's put some trees here.
Yep,
There's gonna be
yep.
a desert there. All right. The Lord gonna have this creature's there, that
Yep.
creature's there.
Yep.
They need a home, you know.
They need a home.
They need a home. All right, so
That was it.
Yeah, so that's the time. Let me get Revelation 9th chapter. 200 million conscious missiles.
Revelation 9.
All right, because that's the time. Once again, this place gotta be cleansed. This place is polluted with the blood of the saints, and also all the wickedness that goes on here. And then the earth has to be cleansed itself, and those intercontinental ballistic missiles are gonna do the job.
I got a precept.
Okay.
Revelation 11-13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake.
What hour? The hour of the Lord going to destroy this place. And that great earthquake is going to be caused by intercontinental ballistic missiles. Why? Because they're going to make the earth rock to and fro. And if the earth is shaking, what would that be? It will cause earthquakes.
Yeah.
Tsunamis, volcanoes. So all this place going to be cleaned up.
Yeah. The Lord literally gonna make new lands. You know, certain lands is gonna come out to sea, certain lands is gonna sink.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna make, it's gonna be a new earth. Literally, the earth is gonna be refreshed. When it says new, it don't mean he's gonna create a new planet. It's gonna be refreshed.
Yeah. And
Like-
the
Okay.
Lord is a man of war. He does things violently. That's how the
Yeah.
Lord makes lands with volcanoes and cleans things, right? With
Yeah.
fire and stuff. That's their setup, and that's how it is. That's how the Lord likes things to be done. You know, that's it.
It says, in that same hour was there a great earthquake, And the 10th part of the city fell.
10th part of the city. What's that 10th part of the city? That's here in the United States of America. Because you have the zip codes, the 10 FEMA regions, the zip codes and things like that.
Right.
That's what that's talking about.
It says in the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell.
Yeah, and that 10th, it means a whole. All right? Okay? That's what that is.
The whole of America.
Oh, yep.
And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000.
A complete number, a large amount. All right? So this place going to completely be destroyed.
And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven.
That's right. The elect is the remnant. All right? The elect is going to be delivered out of this place. Because the elect is going to be over the sea of glass in the chariots. The sea of glass is the ozone. And it looks like a sea of glass when you look at the aerial view. All right? This is what John saw. The elect is going to see this with the Lord and the angels above the ozone layer in the chariots.
The second woe is past.
Now it's going back into World War II. It shifts. So it's going to showing World War II, the second woe, meaning World War II. The World War II has passed. Okay.
And behold, a third woe cometh quickly.
Third woe cometh quickly. We're in the midst of that, all right? Okay, so this third one comes, it said quickly. So quickly when people say, oh, they've been talking about the end of the world since my grandmother was alive. Yeah, but the span of our years is low compared to Methuselah, things like that, 900-something years and things like that.
Yeah.
So 80 years, 90 years, that's not a long time. That's not a long time. So it's saying quickly. Quick. It's going to be quick. The Lord said 2 days ago. 2,000
Exactly.
years and some hours.
Exactly.
So 2 days and some hours ago. So it's quickly.
Day of the Lord.
They're not looking at it on the scriptural. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you brought it out. 1,000 years to man is a day to the Lord, and a day to the Lord is 1,000 years to man.
Yep.
That's literally less than 42 hours.
So a person that wasn't a person that the Lord didn't open up their door or sup with them, they're not going to understand that time zone. When we look at the scriptures, we can see, it's not a time.
Yeah.
When you're looking at it, but to a person in the world, they going by, well, I was little, now I'm 40-something, and this and that. That's not a lot of time.
It's not.
If you're looking in the script, that's not a lot of time.
It's not.
All right? And the Esau and the elites know that. That's why they rushing. They out here trying to find loopholes and try to prolong their rule and keep the nation of Israel in the sleep.
You know what's crazy, brother, just to point out? When you talk to Jake, and, Jake, that senior citizen in the 60s and 70s, he's like, yo, I was just 30. I was just this. You could grasp that concept that, you was just 20 years old, you was just 30 years old, but you can't grasp the concept that time ain't that long to the Lord. That's insane. They be like, damn, how old are you? You in your 30s, you're 40? Man, I was just 40 the other day. It felt like not too long ago. They can grasp that. But when it comes to the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the Lord, how the apostles, A, B, C, they can't get it. You got it out.
Revelation 9:16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
Yeah, this is 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's considered an army also, right? And they're not going to break their ranks. They're not going to miss the target or be deflected or intercepted, whatever Esau wants to call it. All right?
It says, and I heard the number of them, and thus I saw the horses in the vision.
Horses, because the horses are a symbol of power, and it's supposed to be swift. Horsepower. They always say horses, comparing cars and the engine and things like that.
Right.
So those missiles are moving with power. In the ancient world, a horse was a symbol of vehicle and a symbol of speed and power.
Yeah.
It says, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of ginseng,
Breastplates of fire. All right? Breastplates of fire, brimstone. So that's talking about missiles, all right? Okay, so then the Lord ain't having coming back on no Pegasus and having, being on no horses. That don't make sense. You trying to say the Lord is primitive or some shit? Listen. Esau got these bullshit ass cars, his tanks, and his spacecrafts to mimic chariots. Right?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me the Lord is gonna come back on horses and shit on Pegasus, looking like them ancient
Troy
or like Troy or something?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Nah.
Gladiator.
Come on, nah. That don't make no sense, man.
Yeah.
You could do that, but that's just, come on, man. The Lord gonna outdo them and show, I designed these things for you. These are little elements I put together.
Yeah.
Gonna come against you. Come on, man.
Exactly. He gonna come in some damn Roman attire.
Yeah, right.
You know, with soldiers, legions of soldiers.
Yeah.
And nah, man.
Come on, man.
Exactly. You flying in airplanes. You got choppers, jetpacks. You got all this fly shit, but the Lord gonna come back on that. You bugging.
And the Lord created the elements. All right. So, all right, that don't make sense. Yeah?
And it says, and the heads of the, let me read that again, Revelation 9:17, and thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone.
The missiles is fashioned in, and they got that nuclear fire inside of it. All right.
And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions.
The heads of horses are like the heads of lions, because a lion is fierce, and it destroys its prey. And these people are considered prey. All right. And the lion is fierce. His power is in his head.
Right.
All right.
Mouth.
So mouth. Yeah. All right, so the missiles, the warheads of the missiles, got that nuclear fire in the inside of it.
And out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone.
Out of their mouth issue fire, smoke, and brimstone. The mouth, the warheads of the missiles. So you're not gonna have no damn flying Pegasus shooting fire out of their mouth, man. Well, Esau has his bullshit ass chariots and things, and his airplanes and all of that, man. Okay.
It says, verse 18, by these three was the third part of men killed.
Third part of men are the sons of the wicked. You have the sons of the Most High, the sons of men, the sons of the wicked. The sons of the wicked is Esau, and that third part is destroyed. His army and structure, and the elite that's not here in the hot zone, they're gonna be in their bunkers, underground in their space. They're the first fruits of slavery.
It says by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths.
Yeah, that's that nuclear fire.
It says for their power is in their mouth.
The power is in their mouth. That's the warheads.
And in their tails.
The tail propels the missiles. All right, out of the silo into the atmosphere and out of the atmosphere. All right, powers in their tail.
It says, for their tails were like unto serpents.
That's how it looks. It's going to look in the sky like serpents, and smoke, and how it's maneuvering in the sky. It look like serpents.
And it says, and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
And with them they do hurt. So, given, and so, the prophet John saw given the vision, right? He was clearly given the vision, but not the name of the terminology. So he has to write it down in the means of the information he had back then.
Right.
That's how the Lord wanted it. The Lord didn't want to have the name of those things.
Right.
So he probably just put him in a situation, let him see it while the destruction was taking place, and he described what he saw.
Yeah.
Given the terminology and what the use of everything that was used back then
Right.
to write it down.
Right.
Makes sense.
Right.
That's why we haven't been
Like
able
you
to
have children, I don't mean to cut you off. You have children, when they learn how to talk and they trying to tell you something, they're going to explain things in a matter of things or words they understand
Right.
to you. And
Right.
then you're going to interpret and know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's a valid
You have
point.
something to say?
No. It says, Revelation 9:20, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands.
Yeah, they didn't. The least they don't repent in these other heathen nations, they're not going to repent. They're going to still be worshiping their demon, their gods. That's why the under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, with the governing body, under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we're going to police the world because they're going to still be with their bullshit. Okay.
It says that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood.
That's why the nation of kings and priests, the elect in the nation of Israel, that's brought back under Yahweh's rule, under Yahweh King David, the 12 on down the ranks. We're going to establish Yahweh Shem Yahweh's law on the planet.
It says, which neither can see nor hear nor walk.
Yeah, they can't see, hear, or walk, man. And people worshiping these things, man.
Last verse, it says, neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication.
The elite and the heathens under them, all right, that was reserved for slavery. They didn't ever repent on what they've done. Scripture saying it.
It says, nor of their thefts.
All their thefts. Yeah, because they done stole, they done all parasited off the nation of Israel, all right?
Yeah. Planet Earth.
Yeah,
The earth was given into their hands.
yeah.
And they still ain't gonna repent for all this destruction is gonna go on. And they ain't think, they had any part or, they did wrong, or maybe we shouldn't have give the people the chip. Maybe we shouldn't have act like God. Maybe, we shouldn't have did those things. No, those proud demons, those elites, they gonna act like they was innocent. And they was justified in doing everything they was did. But that's why they gonna be the first fruits of slavery. The Lord is gonna reserve their asses for slavery. To bind their kings with fetters of iron. All right? This is the judgment is written. The honor have all ye saints. Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua. This is Joel chapter 2 verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound the alarm in my holy mountain.
Right? And that's what we're doing right now. We sounding the alarm. We're alarming that the third world war is on. It's right. We're in the midst of that.
Yeah.
The Lord is about to return. 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. We hope that we the elect and we have salvation. We warning the people about martial law. They're going to be like 9 men sparing none. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be moving violently, man. All right. Out here.
It says, "A sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand."
Now we're talking about the ultimate destruction, thermonuclear destruction in the Lord, vaporizing people in a powder when He returns on the chariots. A destructive force we have never seen. All right, and we speak it in fear. All right, warning the people about what's about to take place. All right, some are listening, few are listening, but others are not. Some people believe, no, that's not going to happen in their lifetime.
Yeah.
It sounds, what? Do you see the speed of things in technology already? What do they mean? I'm looking like, I'm puzzled, like, what do you mean? Like, that's going to happen 20, 50 years from now. No. How things is going on. That's not the legislation that's being passed. Nah.
Yeah.
This juice is.
Oh,
And then you got Israelites, people that know that they're Israel, that know the name of the Lord, saying that we ain't got to wait for the Lord. That's the new topic of this week. You got one body and retardation, all right? They're not one body in the Lord. They're one body, they one accord in mental retardation, saying that we ain't got to wait on the Lord. Waiting on the Lord is wasting your time. Live your life. Go get a career. Go do this. Go do that. Don't wait on the Lord. They literally said this. These are Israelites. Where the scriptures is talking about the day of the Lord coming. Tremble, fear, all this preparation the Lord is telling us to do, to get ready. But you got an Israelite group talking about don't wait on the Lord. They out there rabbit ass minds, man. So reading on, it says, for the day of the Lord cometh, for his nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess.
darkness and gloominess, no light, no understanding. The chariots are going to blot out the sun. The intercontinental ballistic missiles, those mushroom clouds, going to blot out the sun. So it's going to be all darkness, no understanding, no wisdom, no end, no, it's it.
As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like.
Yeah, it's going to be a destruction that never has been before. It's going to be an ultimate destruction.
Shalom, shalom.
Yeah, it's going to be, this destruction is going to be fierce, man.
Yeah. It says, a great people and a strong, they have never not been ever the like. Neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
So after this destruction, the Lord God, after this destruction, they said, this destruction gonna make all of this second death is gonna outdo the first death.
Damn.
The wars, everything, because the Lord is a man of war. So
Yeah.
Lord he go get his bird. You know,
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
use that word. We go get his bird. It's his time.
It's time.
You know,
Man.
playtime's done.
Yeah. He's gonna
Right.
outdo.
Yeah,
He's remixing the first death.
yeah.
He's gonna outdo his first hit.
He's still, his adventures, he's still hot, like, yo. He's still mad.
He on fire.
You know, somebody piss you off, sometimes you think, I ain't fucking with that person, I'm still
Yeah,
pissed.
yeah, yeah. You
Imagine
remember?
the Lord's anger, and it only been 2 days. And then all of this stuff that's been going on, he's mad at the 2/3. He's mad at
Esau. Yeah.
and what's going on, and they playing with his name and all that. Come on, yo. All of that, he's like, yo, he's just waiting.
I gotta come see you.
Yeah.
He's gonna see you.
Gotta come see you.
It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is the Garden of Eden before them.
All right, now let's talk about look that nuclear wind, that destruction is showing that wave just destroying the land. All right,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that wave, that radiation, all of that, just turning everything, burning everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and be
that's how. Right
Yeah.
now, like I said, the land is like a Garden of Eden before them, right?
Mhm.
Then it's showing it's taking out all vegetation. That's describing the power of nuclear
Destruction.
energy destruction.
Yeah.
Nowhere else in history has that taken place. So that's showing a destructive weapon.
Yeah.
It's destroying everything, and it's describing it. Like it couldn't get no clearer than that. All right?
Isaiah 54:16.
Yeah.
It says, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Desolate wilderness. So it's showing that fire just wiping everything out, sweeping everything, and just turning everything into like the Amnawala brought out the hydrodynamic front. Everything turns in the same temperature and heat, air, all the elements as that fire, and it becomes a part of it.
So it basically intensifies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything, the sky,
It
everything.
fuses.
Yeah, all air, everything becomes that same temperature. The nuclear missiles, even the people that's burnt up, everything.
You become it.
Yeah,
It eats you.
Yeah.
It's a consuming fire.
Yeah.
The Lord is a consuming fire.
People want to feel that? Yo, fuck y'all, man. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, man. And
I'm
it's
glad
like,
we over here, man.
word, you want to have fun? You want to turn up?
Now,
We're wasting time waiting on the Lord?
and they say, oh, this is not the truth. Man, this contains history and prophecy. So it describes the intensity of a nuclear weapon
Before it was even
1,000
created.
years before it even took place.
Before,
And it hasn't happened yet, and it's gonna happen. Oh, you got it, huh?
nah, yeah,
Come on.
before the science of
Yeah.
splitting the atom and Einstein even being born.
Yeah.
The German scientists even coming up with the nuclear fusion and all that shit. The Most High had it written by his prophets.
Yeah. So thermonuclear technology didn't exist, or that kind of weapon, that kind of technology that exists for humans. So when has that happened? Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah was burned, but that was like 4,000 degrees of fire. This fire is more intense than Sodom and Gomorrah,
Yeah,
because there's not going to be any remnant showing
Yeah.
anything.
yeah,
Because you're not going to be able to tell which state is which state.
yeah.
So it's gonna outdo Sodom and Gomorrah.
It says a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Right.
Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Nothing's gonna escape. Because the elect is already beamed up.
Yeah.
Seconds before that. Nothing out here is left. It's
Yeah.
gonna escape, not even the air.
Yeah. You ain't gonna get on no boat.
Yes.
Ain't no bunker.
No,
Ain't no spaceship.
no.
There's nothing getting away from the Lord's wrath.
Since the heavens are gonna be rolled together in a scroll. So from ground level, I'm not saying ground level, under the ground.
Yeah, way under.
All the way up
To the sky.
The ozone,
Yeah.
up to the fifth. Or whatever they call it, the 5 layers.
Yeah.
All the way up there. It's gonna be, because all I gotta get clean.
Yeah.
So even if there were any planes in the air, that shit goes. It's done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, ain't nothing, 2012, all that Hollywood bullshit. The nigga was like in a limo, like ducking and dodging earthquakes and shit. Like, nah, all that Hollywood fantasy shit, that's Esau's wet dreams. For some reason, they really think they can escape the judgment of the Lord. Final destination. Oh, if this person, no, you ain't escaping the Grim Reaper. You ain't escaping the wrath of the Lord, man.
And guess what? Those lesser luminaries that thought they was in league with the Rothschilds and all of them,
Yeah. Oh,
those
man.
niggas, them skull and bones niggas,
Yeah.
them the niggas that's gonna die in probably these bunkers
Yep.
down here, because those bunkers, they gonna get all that's done.
Melt. It's gonna melt.
Yeah, that's done. So they're gonna be vaporized under there, man. They should have just died on the surface.
They're bunkers. They could be on boats in the middle of the sea.
Yeah.
That fire gonna catch their ass.
Son,
Got something real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
Amos 9:2. Though they dig into hell,
Yep.
then shall my hand take them.
yeah,
Yep.
they digging the hell. This also showing that there's no mystical place called hell. They digging the hell.
Yeah.
So why would somebody go into hell to escape
With
the
fire.
Lord? Let's
Right.
took them out in the ground.
Right.
Because what's in the ground? The poor that's buried there.
Right.
All right. So they're gonna be digging underground. They digging there. That's the Lord gonna find them there.
And it says, though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Them space stations in heaven,
Yeah.
and them space stations that's under the water.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Elon Musk,
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos. All of a sudden, rich people could just buy spaceships and fucking fly into outer space. Like, there ain't no rules and regulations against that shit. All of a sudden, rich people, I got $1 billion. I could just make rocket fuel and go into outer space. That's showing you that they prepared for the judgment of the Lord. Like, they prepared space stations and all that other shit to try to escape the second coming, the second death.
Man. So the chariots are coming from the
Thank
fourth
you.
dimension,
Thank you.
the third heaven. In an instant, from a different realm. There's no travel. That realm open, they disappear. The chariots appear.
Thank
So
you.
if they can get from there to here, what the fuck do they think? Where you
Thank
going?
you.
They're gonna get snatch your ass out there too. Like shit. We know that.
Thank you.
Like yo, is this that shows so-called white man with all the left-hand knowledge he got, he's still fucking stupid.
Still stupid.
He's
A reprobate. Yep.
like
Unbelievable.
somebody say yo, a lot of people be like yo, like I remember somebody mentioned this, like somebody mentioned certain cops that used to police the neighborhood, they'll be like, they'll let people get away and run. They'll be like, yo, we know where they at already. So,
Exactly.
so you
Where
have
you-
stupid people that'll be running and their parents will be like, oh, you can run, but you
Can't
go
hide.
home.
You
Where
can
going?
run, but you can't
Yeah,
hide.
it's gonna be worse now. You know?
Yeah, it's like Jason and Michael Myers. It's
Yeah.
like niggas be fucking breaking their ankles. That nigga just walking. They just walk. They just walk.
When I was little, I didn't run. I'd rather get the ass whooping over with, man.
Yeah, get the ass
I'm
whooping
not
over.
hiding and nothing. I'd rather get that. I want that shit quick. I just
But-
want to get it over with.
You know, that's just, but they even more. There's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. They you know, Joel 2 and 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and the horsemen, so shall they run.
That's right. The parents, that's the missiles. All right, the intercontinental ballistic missiles, because they gonna be moving. You know how horses charge in and battle formation.
Yeah.
Well, those they gonna be guided on their path to destroy this place. Man.
It says, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in a battle array.
That's how they coming through, tearing through the atmosphere.
Before the face of the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness.
That's right. So there's gonna be a lot of fear, no understanding, and death. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no more lying to the people. You could protect them. You superpower. There's only one superpower. Yeah, how about Shah?
That's right.
The world gonna know that then, all right?
They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war.
That's right. They're gonna get through all defenses. No deflected interceptor missiles. None of that is gonna help.
Yeah.
Their shields is not gonna help.
It says,
Pop is not gonna help.
and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
They're not gonna break they're not gonna break their ranks. They're gonna hit their target. They're not gonna be deflected. They're not gonna be stopped or disarmed. All right?
Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path.
Yeah, they're not gonna glide into each other. None of that.
And when they fall upon a sword, they shall not be wounded.
Yeah, they're not. All right, so like you got air traffic control and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
None of that's gonna help them to stop these missiles from coming through. Because the airports and airlines, they got air traffic control, so planes don't collide into each other.
Right.
And they gotta be on point because you got planes and shit, and then they got that for trains and all of that too. But none of these things are gonna help. Those missiles are gonna hit their targets.
They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter at the windows like a thief.
Yeah, they're gonna enter the windows as a thief. So it's gonna be unstoppable. All defenses, no defenses are gonna help. They're gonna hit every target is gonna be hit.
The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be darkened.
Yeah, the sun and the moon, no knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The elites, all that wisdom they got is gonna be darkened. Also, the sun, it's gonna be complete darkness and destruction. All right.
It says, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
That's right. So is everything going to be blotted out? No knowledge, wisdom, and understanding at that time. Okay?
And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp, a very great. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army.
Yeah, that's right. The Lord is going to utter his voice before his army. All right, and it's going to you're going to have it's going to sound like a ram song when the Lord appears with those chariots. All right.
For his camp is very great.
His camp is very great. The Lord's army is great. Numerous amount of chariots and angels. All right.
For he is strong that executeth his words. For the day of the Lord is great.
The day of the Lord is great. The Lord is a man of war. All right. What is it? Exodus 3 and 15? 15 and 3. Yeah, 15. Exodus 15 and 3. Salah.
Yeah, you gotta just think of every great warrior, conqueror of the past. Alexander, Darius, Cyrus. These people conquered lands, nations. The Lord is better than any conqueror that this world has ever seen. He's the king of conquerors.
And the Lord directed their paths. Look, the Lord showed the Roman army a little bit when he used Hannibal Barca. Because Hannibal Barca came from the mountains, and then on the Battle of Cannae, Rome was about to make peace and be like, look, make a deal. But then that demon, Leo Scipio Africanus, was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. So what they did was, while they was fighting with Hannibal, another Roman legions went to Carthage, to Hannibal's home place. While they was fighting in the thing. So that's how, because when Hannibal's army, a lot of them was defeated for the weather conditions, they gathered allies and they came down because a lot of them died in the weather conditions. It's like Apostle Torah mentioned, the strongest of his army survived. So he gathered legions and within the land when he came down the mountains. So when they was on the forefront in the Battle of Cannae, they sent other legions to Carthage. That's what really hit them. But the Lord put that in place because it wasn't the time for Jake. You know what I mean? But that's a show,
It says, for the day of the Lord is great and very terrible.
The day of the Lord is great and very terrible. The scriptures just described, I had to catch myself, the scriptures just described how intense that nuclear fire going to be, what it's going to do to the sky, how the people's mind going to be, all right, how long it's going to take, and this place, all this time this place was built up, it's going to be destroyed within an hour. Cooking.
It says, for the day of the Lord is great and very terrible.
The day of the Lord is great and terrible. We're talking about people being burnt into powder, man. Pillars of salt. Instantly. All right?
And who can abide it?
Now, who can live through that? Only one's going to survive is the elect. No one's going to survive this destruction other than that.
Yeah.
Over here.
Going back to Fat Boy and Little Man, where Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which is a walk in the park. That's Baskin Robbins compared to the nuclear missiles. All right. When those bombs went off, it was the people disintegrated, and their shadows was left on the walls and the floor. So how much more than nuclear missiles? How much more than nuclear bombs, bro? Those are atomic bombs. How much the nuclear bombs? And their shadows was left. Yeah. Oh, it says, therefore also now, saith the Lord, turn ye even to all your heart and with fasting and weeping with mourning. Oh, that was it. Let's wrap it up.
We got to wrap it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright. So with that, we're wrapping up right now. So
Okay.
with that, all praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to apostles and elders. Honors to object, pushes truth out and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom. Kwam Yashala. All right, my brethren. The water,